A pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever NAPS Poor Man's Dinner. I would like you all to now stand as we are blessed with the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago by representatives of the Naparima College Steel Orchestra.
Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
I'd like you to remain standing as we open with a word of prayer by, of course, the president of the Naparima College Association of Past Students, Mr. Joel Simmons.
Good evening, everyone. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Merciful and gracious God, we come to you humbly, giving thanks for today, giving thanks for the opportunity to be here, to worship you, to fulfill our purpose, and to further your work. Today is a very special day, where we commemorate one of our brothers who is with you at present right now. We ask that you bless today's proceedings and all those who are part of it. Bless the members who have contributed, all our sponsors, all our guests, and those who are on their way. Keep them under your wing, protect them, and keep them safe from all harm. We ask that as we go through today's proceedings, that you shower us with blessings and give us the wisdom to continue your work here on earth. All these things I ask and pray in your name. Amen. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may have your seats. Now, it's not lost on me that in the middle of this celebration of this inaugural function that will benefit so many in time to come, that the very spark plug, the very engine room of why we're here today in this particular event, our beloved brethren Brian Peters passed on. And it's very fresh, it's very solemn, it's very raw at the moment, but knowing Brian and knowing of his effervescence and knowing of his bubbly nature and being asked by him to be the master of ceremonies here, I would have to channel some of that energy, because anybody knowing Brian Bumpy Peters knows that he is someone who is an encourager at his core. And I know that he would say to me, to ensure that people laugh, ensure that they celebrate even while they do something that is this generous, that the act of giving to someone else doesn't become morose or solemn, but it must be done with celebration. And so I'm going to attempt to bring some laughter as this evening proceedings continue. but you're going to have to help me. Because, you know, I might not be my normal happy self. So, the jokes might be a little corny, but you're going to laugh anyway, because we're a brotherhood. All right, so here's what's going to happen before we go on. My name is Ansel Valley, and I'm glad that it's on the program, because one of the things that happen in life as you continue to grow, things change. And one of the things that changed with me is that the older I grew, I started to resemble somebody else. So I just want to put it out there. I'm Ansel Valley. I'm not Watson Duke. I just want to know, because some people were saying that when I came in, right? I'm glad to be here. And so here's what I want you to do, even before we get started. Seeing that this is a post-COVID type gathering, and we're now allowed to see everybody's entire face, gone are the days when it was half a face, I wanted to take this moment to look at the person next to you. Look at them. Observe them well. Yeah. And now that you've looked at them, say to them with a great deal of sincerity, "You are the nicest looking person I have seen for the entire day." And some people had an easier job than others. And say to the person on the other side, "You ain't looking too bad either." Right. So, we're here. We're going to have energy. We're going to have a fantastic time. But you know, nothing happens without some kind of practice. So what's going to happen is, you remember, this is the first one. This is the inaugural one. Therefore, you guys here are very, very special. So put your hands together for yourselves to begin with. The fact that you are here, it means so very much. A lot of people purchase their tickets. Some, for other reasons, couldn't come, and we appreciate that support. But we really appreciate the support of your presence, and it means a lot. So, what's going to happen? There are going to be fantastic models. There are going to be some performances. There are going to be some people coming to speak. And they're all going to be kind of nervous. And they're going to be nervous because this is the first one. We are the pioneers. This has not been done before in these hallowed halls. So I could understand that they may be nervous. So how are we going to make sure they're not nervous? Here's how we're going to do it. Excuse me, can I have your name, please? Lisa? Lisa, right. So just pretending with me. We're going to call Lisa to speak. And when I say, ladies and gentlemen, coming to speak on behalf of, let me see, she looks like the Kingdom of Moldova. She looks like some kind of queen. Please put your hands together for Lisa. You're going to break forth in rapturous applause. It's going to be loud and sustained. All right? So we're going to try that now. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Lisa. Fantastic. Fantastic. Good. And that's how it's going to go for everybody who's going to give a speech, because this is what we're about here today. And now that we're ready, I'm going to call someone who's going to give you an understanding of this entire function, its cause, its the source of it, what sparked it, what is the goal, and what is the vision for the future. I'd like you to put your hands together and welcome Mr. Richard Small.
Thank you very much, Mr. Valley. Your Worship the Mayor, distinguished guests, retired Justice Lucky, Mrs. Lucky, President of the Naparima College Association of Past Students, specially invited guests, the Peters family, the Gopal family, to acknowledge them for their sponsorship, the principal, sir, brothers, friends, the table who recognize the folks of Inclusive Hope. Appreciate you being here as well. I had a written version of the speech, and based on events of the last couple of days, I decided I'll probably pick a point or two from it. But I think, the experiences that I've had and the learnings I've had for the last couple of days probably dwell more, in discussing what the cause is. And we are all here today for a cause. And what that cause is really is 3 words: to help others. That's what it is. We are all here today in some way, because we believe, we should help others. And there are 4 of us who started this journey to get us to this point. Today, I'll use the words of INAP's motto, a posse ad esse, from possibility to actuality. It was 4 of us, for almost 2 years that tried to make this happen. And my heart is filled. I drew the short straw because one of the brothers of that 4 is not here with us today. Worse yet, he was the one in greatest need for himself, and he wanted to help others. Thank you. He was the one in greatest need himself, and he wanted to help others. And Dunstan Williams standing to the back, Kirk Diaz standing to the back, and myself, we shared that cause with him to help others while we are having this poor man's dinner today. And unfortunately, a couple days ago, he himself was not able to make it. He got his wings and he joined the angels. In getting to this point, I've learned so much about myself and I've learned so much about people. Not every one of us truly understands what it means to help others. And the hope and prayer that we have is that not only do we help others from the proceeds of this event today, but this event becomes an annual event where it is that we can continue to help other brothers in need, whatever their need is, in whatever small way we can. Brian Peters. Brian's story is one of overcoming obstacles and embracing opportunities. Despite the challenges he has faced, he emerged as a beacon of hope and inspiration to those around him. His journey serves to remind us, that the human spirit is capable of transcending limitations, defying societal norms, and achieving greatness. As we come together for this NAP's Poor Man's Dinner, yesterday I had 2 very interesting conversations. One, both of them being NAP's brothers, by the way, who said they saw the value of this event. They saw the meaning of this event. The food is minimalist. The servings is minimalist. Everything about it is minimalist. And yet we charge you $300. The reason being is not about us and what we can get out of it. It's about us contributing to the maximum charity to give to others. And one brother saw that, and one brother said it's the greatest thing that we are trying to do. And another brother says, Small, that's how they call me by my last name, I don't think I'm getting enough utility to spend $300 to come here. There's no value for me. And it goes to show the human spirit. 2 different kinds of spirit. One who wants something for himself, and one who wants something for others. And that was Brian Peters in the flesh. Brian was a paraplegic, and every time I spoke to him, he was like, hey, Small, How are you doing? How's the wife? Let me say a prayers for you. How's the family? Okay, he was always about trying to do something for us. When he himself was in bed sores, on a bed, in pain, in suffering, okay, and he didn't want to talk about himself. So the cause. The cause is to help others. And the cause, we hope, is that this is not a one-time event of that kind, okay, that we make this an event that is part of the staple that is in the Premier College Association of Past Students, so that every year we can raise funds and we could take those funds and we could share it among the brothers. And Dunstan and Kirk, okay, thank you for giving me the short stick. The audience here got to see a big man cry, okay, but I did it for a cause, and the cause to help others. Brian, wherever you are, God's with you. Fly with the angels.
Can we put our hands together once more for the giant of a man, that's Richard Small. Now, we're going to hear now from one part of an ensemble, a combined ensemble that won the National School Panorama Festival quite recently. Well, we're going to hear from the Naparima College Steel Pan Ensemble, and I recognize it's hybrid because I'm seeing keyboard and drum and stuff like that. When I was on the hill, it was only Tassan rhythm section. The school has evolved. It's much better now. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome the NAPS Steel Pan Ensemble. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together once more for the Naparima College Steel Pan Ensemble. Now, as you would imagine, it was no small task putting this together, and the help, the support, the donations, and the presence from people like you have made the world of difference. One of these persons is our patron of this event, past principal Dr. Alan McKenzie, who came on board and really helped on every level, coming to give a special welcome on behalf of his father. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Dylan McKenzie.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to read a few brief words on behalf of my father, the patron of this event. His Worship the Mayor, the Principal, Naparima College, the President of the Past Students Association, friends, supporters, sponsors, and well-wishers. First of all, let me apologize for my not being able to attend this function this evening. And as I approach the age of 90, I find that I have lost my sense of mobility and balance, so please forgive me. But I was extremely happy to accept being chosen as patron of this function and hope that this patronage gives rise to much support. All my life, I have given support at leadership levels to many charitable organizations at the national level. Serving the NAPS Association for this noble and worthy cause brings a sense of special joy to my heart. Congratulations must go to the Friends of NAPS group, Wayne Small, Donston Williams, and Kirk Diaz, whose vision it was to have this wonderful evening. and they organize it under the patronage and blessings of the Past Students Association. They selected two highly deserving individuals to give assistance, Brian Peters and Derek Hattick, who were both renowned sporting heroes of Naprima College. Perhaps our support is late in coming for Brian, as he has passed. Let us ensure that Derek is assisted. Let me say briefly that you may think that Brian Peters is not aware of all that you wanted to do for him. My own spiritual insight and religious conviction assures me that he is here with us today and is spiritually aware of all that is taking place. Let us comfort ourselves with the thought that he shall come under the infinite grace of God and that all his suffering will vanish as he enters the kingdom of God. It is a noble thought that this event should be perpetuated. God blesses us so that we may bless and assist others. Additionally, during charitable work for our fellow brothers of NAPS, teaches us how to lead others without authority in our occupational work. It is perhaps easier to lead when we have the authority associated with our position and status on the job. The noble life is always shared between our vocational and professional obligations and voluntary, sacrificial, and selfless concerns for others in need. Thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy your evening as you celebrate the exemplary life of Brian Peters and try to make a more comfortable life for others. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, bringing greetings from his office, please help me welcome the Mayor of the City of San Fernando, His Worship, Alderman Junior Regrello.
Permit me to recognize the President of the Naprima Boys Association, the Principal of Naprima Boys, Justice Anthony Lucky and Mrs. Sintra Lucky, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as well as prospective candidate for the electoral district of Koki-Taruba, Mr. Russell Lynch. Let me begin by sharing some things with you. Sometime last year, I was invited to a function at the Susamacha Presbyterian Church. The service started at 9 in the morning, and it's a pretty long service. Reverend Joy Abdul was doing the sermon, which was very lengthy. And I looked at the program while she was doing her sermon, and I saw an overview of the 146th anniversary of the Presbyterian Church in San Fernando by His Worship the Mayor. My eyes popped because I'm seeing this for the very first time. And as I looked at it and looked at my wife, Reverend Joy said, and I would like to invite His Worship to the podium or to the altar to share his overview on the Presbyterian experience in San Fernando for 146 years. So I dug deep into my memory and a bit of history and was able to pull it off somewhat. As you will know, on the 18th of May, the Privy Council decided that there is no council. So we operate with a very skeleton staff, and I'm still the mayor until the 14th of August, but there's no activity at City Hall. So I got a WhatsApp message that there are 3 events today: a black tie affair at Paris Suites, I think it is, the Naprima Bowl 60th anniversary, and a poor man's dinner at Naprima College. That's all I saw. So this evening, I told my wife, this poor man thinks look like something that I should really attend. Having no idea what I'm going to, and I arrived somewhat awkward, and then I got familiar with what this event is about, and got very touched by the opening, by the gentleman who shed a tear. I am very, very impressed by what is happening here this evening because it augurs well for the city as we speak about noble gentlemen and families and people who are committed, who will take time off this evening to to commit themselves to something of this cause. And I want to congratulate those behind this and ask that you continue with this. Many years ago, I remember reading the papers where there was a poor man dinner somewhere in Port of Spain and they were eating bread and water. So I said, well, I was very young at the time. I don't think I'll ever attend a poor man's dinner. But having grown up and understanding what this is about and the nature of the exercise and what is happening behind it, I want to support this and will continue to support this, whether or not I'm the mayor of San Fernando. But I'm looking around and seeing a lot of distinguished persons here, and I think this is worthy of commitment, worthy of commendation, and worthy of support. So congratulations to you for doing this. And I also was touched by the life of the young man. I had no idea. While I was sitting at the head table, I was getting some information on his contribution and how he struggled through life. This institution, and I want to tell Mr. Valley that Naparima College is more than a college. Naparima is an institution that produced so many outstanding individuals and persons that contribute to the development, not of San Fernando, but Trinidad and Tobago. And in fact, he referenced the Naparima Steel Man. I want to tell him that Naparima College is the reading 2023 Panorama champions in school. He doesn't know that, right? And they were trained on Coffee Street. So, in case you didn't know that. But more importantly, there's so many persons that pass through this institution and continue to contribute to our development. So congratulations to this team and for this cause, and let us continue to support this and so many others that will win our support in going forward. And we will continue to have poor men's dinner, not for poor men, but for people who are rich, who may be lacking in wealth, but very rich in other areas of the community. So congratulations, and let us continue to support this cause. I thank you.
Well, as we know, this was done in the honor of Mr. Brian Peters. And many of us who knew Brian knew that his form of activism, if you should call it that, was just the life that he lived. You know, many people are out trying to bring attention to the fact that somebody that may have a disability is not, of course, excluded from contributing to society. Brian didn't say that with words, but the life that he lived demonstrated that. He was not one that, I believe he was not convinced that he had a disability at all. I thought he thought it was a superpower. I heard stories even today of the miserable streak of Brian in Naparima College from one Dunstan Williams, who had been, of course, the target of such actions on many occasions. And knowing Mr. Peters, Brian, when I was younger, seeing him prominently on stages, being the preacher or singing, or just his personality, it convinced me, without even taking a second thought of it. Immediately you were convinced that people that may have physical challenges or otherwise, the human spirit is undaunted in them, and they can very much be contributors. And so throughout this evening's proceedings, you're going to see many people who have disabilities, and you're going to see them in a different light. And of course, right now, we're going to welcome to the stage none other than a gentleman by the name of Kevin Sawyer. Now, this man is a spoken word artist and one of Trinidad's best practitioners of that field. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for spoken word artist, Mr. Kevin Sawyer. Oh, I didn't let you know. We keep the applause going. Now you realize that fashion would be a big part of this evening's proceedings, and Kevin, he put me to shame there, you know. Kevin looking dapper, you understand, fantastically dressed, and we're going to talk about that later. But right now, we take you center stage to the fantastic talent of Mr. Kevin Sawyer.
Right, good night, everyone. Hi. So I'm not doing spoken word, but I will be speaking and it will be words, so I don't know what's the mix up there. But my name is Kevin Sawyer, and I am not a result of the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine. I have to say that for legal purposes. I heard people when I was struggling up the stairs, girls, I could think we take Sinopharm. Don't do that. That's not what this is. Okay, I happen to have a disability. A couple years ago, I became paralyzed. You know, I was paralyzed from my neck down. I was put in Port of Spain General Hospital. I was there for a year and 3 months. People coming in and out saying the most irresponsible things like, oh my God, look at your condition. Way, I wouldn't like to be like you at all, boy. Oh, come. Make my belly hot, man. Hey, come and see this. If you somebody walk something on your maybe need a bush bath. And that used to bother me. It used to get to me because those were the doctors. And I just find, me personally, be professional, Dr. C. Prasad, please. The least you could do, you know. But since that I've been out in the world, I get to perform, I get to do acting and writing and spoken word, as I said, comedy, you know, and it's good to have employment, because employment is a big issue for persons in my community, right? There's a lot of lack of jobs and accessibility and things like that. I know what you're thinking, I know what you're saying. But Kevin, I don't see so many mentally disabled people working in Parliament. And that's true, I understand. You have a good point, But there's a difference when people can see you have a disability. When it's apparent, they treat you a little different. Like, for instance, for me, the other day I was outside of the grocery. I was in a wheelchair that day. You know, I thought I was looking nice. I was on my phone. I just called a TTRS, a car to come and pick me up now. And so this lady spots me, minding my business. I thought I presented myself well. The lady was like, hey, what am I can I walk? I say, well, yeah, I have a thing, you know, with my spine. I think she said, oh, God, me, I look a little small change. And I take a little small change. I was like, oh, my gosh. It's like, no, well, I'm not big. And I had to explain to her, no, I'm not big. And actually waiting and something, you know. She was very offended because she saw me, saw the wheelchair, and of course she thought, vagrant. Naturally, right? But that's not what it was, you know. So I had to explain to her, and of course she was a little taken back. How dare I open up my vagrant mouth and speak back to her? But I understand that's just the perception the people in my country have about people like myself. So I don't really take it on. I understand the mindset. What I really took away from the situation was $10, because in this financial climate, you can't just turn down free money. That's wrong. You know, and of course, well, the car reached for me. I was about to leave, and transport pull up. And another thing with persons with disabilities, people assume that you're helpless a lot of times, right? So it's okay if you assume, you know, but it's good to ask. So for instance, the car pull up for me, and this guy see me from across the road. I don't know him, he don't know me. But hold on, and he running across. He gonna be hero, right? Because he see me, see the wheelchair, see some bags of groceries, and he gonna jump in and help. So immediately runs across. You don't ask a question. It's good to ask, because sometimes persons with disabilities take a lot of pride in their independence. It's okay to offer a hand, but he didn't care about that. He just started packing all the groceries, packing the chair, packing me and all. And it was when he was lifting me up and folding me in half, cradling me to rest me in the car. I must admit, there was that prideful, that egotistical part of me that wanted to be like, yo, that's not my groceries, you know. But I say, no, Kevin, no. Let this man be a blessing unto your life. I went for a phone call, I left with a month of groceries. How great is our God? Amen? Mercies on you every morning is what I always, exactly, guy in the back. Now, though, I'm not only going to talk about having a disability. I could talk about that for hours and hours and hours, but, you know, not everybody has had disabilities here. So let me do some other housekeeping. So another thing I want to address with you guys, because I feel like we're close, we could share. Social media etiquette. We could work on the social media etiquette, not to bring down the dinner, but what is it going on with people posting dead bodies on social media? That's so wrong. It's offensive, right? You're scrolling through minding your business and this pops up. Not a nice picture of the person when they was alive to remember them by. Talking about funeral ready, casket ready, dead bodies on Facebook. The other day I saw somebody posted their dead grandmother on Facebook. Funeral blouse, the funeral makeup looking great, dusty, caking off, the eyebrow draw on the eyeliner, 2 little strand of hair, slick down, depressing. I was halfway through typing a very, very angry comment before I realized it was a photo of Ian Allen. And my fault. Sometimes you're scrolling so fast, you must pay attention. You must pay attention so you don't mix up, you know. Another thing, I love Trini people. Trini people are the best people in the whole wide world, but we have a very dangerous trait, guys. And I'm sure you'll agree. Trinis love to pappy show people. Yeah? And in order to safeguard yourself against these pappy show attacks, you need to know the 3 signs of a pappy show, and I'll tell you guys about it so you can prepare yourself. The first sign is the stroke face. From the time somebody is complimenting your appearance and it begins with this face, pappy show. Ignore whatever comes next, the people are pappy showing you. We'll set it to add in number 2. The rooster call. Lies. Papi show. Ignore what comes next. Worse yet, at the number 3, the celebrity lookalike. Well, I thought it was Beyonce. Lies. Lies, and the Cibole ladies always for girl find so, oh, no, you know what you look like? You know, you have your old Bermuda's jersey on with the old march pants, track pants quite up on your belly talking about Beyonce was never in cadets. Behave yourself. Tell them I thank you kindly, peace be unto you. Don't let nobody tiff your hair, you know? Another thing, ladies, I am going to address you now as I have the opportunity. Ladies, please, stop telling your ugly friends that they're pretty now. You can do that, stop it. Every time your ugliest friend put on a set of makeup and weave and thing, all of a sudden is, but Quenisha, you know you're really pretty in truth. I wouldn't lie for that. Lies, you're lying. She not pretty. She have on a set of makeup and weave, the eyebrow drawn, the eyelash stick on, a set of wig, a visor, 2 pair of shades, a face mask. Who you pretty? She not pretty. She hiding. Same girl on the day, same ugly girl. But the ladies already know the trick, right? Makeup on, Beyonce. Makeup off, Jack Warner. That is not of God. That is not right. That's deceitful. Give your friend some honest compliments. Say, girl, you're not no big set of looker, you know. But he's a prayer warrior. That's what I like about something like that, something honest. Those in your soul, you know. Now, one more thing before I go, I want to address, because I was on my way up the road here today, getting a drop with a friend, and something happened, and it kind of upset me. I was driving, you know, through a certain area in San Fernando, and we look out the window, and we saw 2 young ladies fighting. 2 young ladies were fighting on the road in a big brawl, and my friend would look out the window and be like, look at them 2 ghetto girl and them fighting. Look at them 2 ghetto girl and them fighting. And I didn't like that at all. I took offense. I didn't like it, because when I look at these quote-unquote ghetto girls fighting, what I see is a display of class, elegance, and protocol, unlike any other. I love to see it. It's a beautiful thing. Listen, the first thing is a set structure. The first thing they always have in these fights, bio and introduction. All these fights start the same. Girl, don't lose me hour. Girl, better ask who's me. Girl, I Keisha. Girl, I from by Lamppost 27. The biographical information is exchanged. It's a beautiful thing. The second thing, manners. In everything in life, people are always trying to be first. Me first. Not in these fights. It's always, no, Keisha, you lash me, Keisha. If you name Keisha, slap me, you know. Beautiful, that's lovely. And the last thing, and this is, it made me emotional. It touched me the most, because what I realized is they never jump to assumptions, never jump to conclusions. They fact check, confirm. Because when Keisha finally do bat with this girl, whole scalp, she stands up there, scalpless, but assumes nothing. Instead, she sought to confirm. Keisha, I slap you, just slap me? Keisha is muesli. Keisha, I doubt to slap you, just slap me. That's a beautiful thing. I love it. Black excellence. Guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here. You know, different types of people coming together for a great cause. All of us, I come from different backgrounds in this room, different backgrounds, different stories, but I love that we all know that no matter who we are, no matter how different we are, no matter what our differences are, each of us in this room, each and every one of us here have something in common. We are all very hungry. So I hope you guys are attended to soon and enjoy it. And thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together once more for Mr. Kevin Sawyer. Well, I don't know if the man, apart from being able to speak and entertain on the spot like that, had a gift for clairvoyance, because he ended by saying, you know, we're real hungry, and guess what? Right now, we're going to dinner service. Now, for dinner service, we'd ask you to just maintain your seats, and ushers will come around and they will guide you to the service stations. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your patience. Thank you very much for being here. It's a beautiful evening, and dinner is served.
Welcome to our extraordinary event, a celebration that casts the spotlight on the diverse and vibrant lives of individuals across the nation. Today, we're embracing the full spectrum of the human experience, presenting models embodying the 14 recognized categories of disabilities. This event is more than a showcase. It's a testament to resilience, determination, and inclusivity. We aim to heighten awareness, cultivate understanding, and pay respect for the challenges faced by the significant 16% of the world's population. Statistics, according to WHO, the 1 in 6, that equates to 1.3 billion individuals who navigate life with disabilities. Despite social barriers, health challenges, and unjust conditions, these individuals exude an incredible strength, spirit of undying determination.
Our models stand as living embodiments of this truth. Those with disabilities not only survive but flourish when given the right support. Join us in this journey towards a world that values, understands, and includes every individual, regardless of their abilities. Together, let's take strides towards dismantling the barriers that hinder inclusivity, celebrating the beautiful diversity of human experience across these 14 categories of disabilities, one model at a time. Our first model, Ave Laurent. Overcoming a life-altering accident at 8, Ave refused to be defined by her amputation. Her resilient spirit saw her thrive in sports, academics, and motherhood, building a life filled with triumphs. At 37, a seasoned traveler and a testament to the strength of human will, Ave's journey continues to inspire, showcasing that adversity can be the catalyst to an extraordinary life.
And Avi is representing deafness. This impairment affects an individual's ability to process linguistic information through hearing. Deaf individuals often engage through sign language, demonstrating a vibrant and expressive culture.
Our next model, Celeste Singh. Cultivating a remarkable 17-year journey in Boshe, Celeste Singh has bloomed from her beginnings at Lady Ho Choi School, Pinal, into an acclaimed athlete. Her passion for the sport has not only sculpted her physical strength, but also amplified her social interactions and independence, a testament to her relentless pursuit of excellence, reflected in her impressive medal tally.
And Celeste is representing development delay. This category composes children who experience significant delay in reaching developmental milestones. Their journey, while different, can be filled with surprising achievements and profound growth.
Let's get another round of applause for Ave Laurent. Coming up next, Bernard Singh. Bernard Singh, hailing from Buenos Aires, South Trinidad, is a multifaceted personality renowned for his talents in singing, dancing, and photography, as well as his commitment to serving the church. His prowess in bocce led him to a bronze medal at the 2019 Special Olympics in Abu Dhabi, and recognition with the First Citizen Award, while his passion for photography earned him a certificate from the Trinidad and Tobago School of Photography.
And Bernard is representing orthopedic impairment. This category includes impairment related to skeletal, muscular, and neuromuscular systems. Those with orthopedic impairments often display determination, perseverance, and inventiveness in modifying their environment.
Coming up next, Micheline Hossein. Micheline Hossein is a spirited resident of La Brea, Trinidad. Navigated the journey from hearing to deafness at age 3, transforming it into an opportunity to educate others about sign language. As a dedicated employee at JTA Supermarket, an accomplished Special Olympics bocce athlete, and a passionate cook, she embodies resilience, a unique sense of fashion and love for travel, coupled with a complement to a healthy lifestyle of fish, fruits, and vegetables, showcases a dynamic, impactful personality.
And she is representing visual impairment, including blindness. individuals with visual impairments navigate the world without relying on sight, often enhancing other senses and bringing a rich depth of understanding to non-visual experiences.
And coming up next, Chantal Ince. Chantal, a Paralympic swimmer born with a shorter right leg, has smashed expectations using her so-called disability as a stepping stone to achieve remarkable success in the pool. She rose to prominence by not only becoming the first para-athlete from Trinidad and Tobago to compete in the Commonwealth Games in 2010, but also winning the Sports Personality of the Year and securing a bronze medal at the 2011 Para-Pan American Games in Mexico. Honored with ambassador status by her country's Ministry of the People and Social Development, Chantal continues to inspire and win, turning her unique journey into a beacon of perseverance and accomplishment.
And she is representing intellectual disability. People with intellectual disabilities may face challenges in conceptual, social, and practical areas of life. However, they often show profound abilities to connect with others in emotional and empathetic ways.
Coming up next, Cathy Hercules. Cathy Hercules was born in Tobago. She loves volunteer work, singing, and meeting different types of people. She also keeps active in church ministry. A quietly strong woman of faith.
And Cathy is representing multiple disabilities. Individuals with MDS live more than one concurrent disability. Their lived experiences demonstrate the incredible adaptability of the human spirit.
Let's get a round of applause there. Coming up next, Kim Lee Wong. Living with Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, Kim Lee Wong has become a testament to resilience and artistic passion. She combines her love for nature and animals with her role as an assistant art teacher at the Lady Ho Choi Vocational Center, further complemented by an associate's degree in psychology from COSTAT. Whether it's cooking delectable meals, indulging in music, or enjoying classical sitcoms, Kimberly's zest for life radiates in all that she does.
And Kimberly is representing hearing impairment. This involves a range of hearing loss, not complete deafness. Individuals with hearing impairments often excel in visual and practical tasks and bring a diverse perspective to our sensory world.
Coming up next, Beverly Felix. Celebrating 29 years of marriage and motherhood to 4 children. She finds joy in sewing, gardening, and nurturing her distinct orchid collection. Her thirst for adventure is satisfied through frequent travels and outdoor experiences. For the past 30 years, she has been devoted servant of God, a faith that empowers her. Dedication to care and love. A charity she tirelessly manages to support those in need.
And Beverly is representing emotional disturbance. This term refers to conditions that might hinder a person's ability to learn, behave, or relate to others. People with ED often possess deep empathy and a unique understanding of emotional nuances.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Williams makes his way up, Valley, sorry, our next model.
Well, since they brought up the topic of modeling, you know, I see everybody really dressed resplendently, And I'd like to take this moment to big up my outfitter, Tans of San Fernando, Ratans, and we got this fantastic ensemble for $2.50. Now, what we're going to have now is a break from the modeling. We're going to have a violinist of great renown, of course, Mr. Anselm Walters. Now, but before he comes, I want to draw your attention to something. On your table, you would see that there was a bit of an index card and I believe a pen or so. What the purpose of that was this. There are many people who expressed that they wanted to leave words of encouragement or share a memory that they would have had with Brian, a memory that they would have had of Brian. You can, during this evening, take a moment to write it down. We'd collect it after, and we'd compile it and give it to the family. So if you have any such memory or any such words of encouragement that you'd like to share, please feel free to do so as the evening progresses. Ladies and gentlemen, I turn your attention now to center stage as we are going to be blessed and thrilled with the musical talent of Mr. Anselm Walters. Please put your hands together for him as he comes. Wow, could you please put hands together once more for Mr. Anselm Walters? All right, so how many of you all were thrilled with the first set of models that you saw? Come, please put your hands together for them. Yeah. I want to say that's why I'm so glad that you're here, to give that level of encouragement and, of course, to witness what this poor man's dinner is all about. We want to shout out, of course, Inclusive Hope and the fantastic work that they continue to do. So I'm going to call back now, of course, the beautiful duo of Ms. Avina and, of course, Simon? Right. Please put your hands together for them as they come to introduce the remaining beautiful models that we're going to see. And please don't hold back your applause when you see these models come out and strut their stuff. I saw a young man just now. Man win Olympic bronze. When he come out and he starts to model, I say, hey, this man have a career in modeling as well. Ladies and gentlemen, models from the Inclusive Hope, coming up to you now.
You know something, I really feel Mr. Valley should give him a little strut across the left or right. Good evening again, everybody. Just before we start, now, one of the things I just have to say is that when you were little, you had no fear, none whatsoever. Your parents, grandparents, guardians, aunts, uncles, aunties, nene, mamus, babujis, baburams, and mausis, and all of them would have instilled some form of fear into you. And right now, let me tell you something. You know what it is to actually walk and come up to you all. If you all didn't see Bernard sing Avera Lant, call out some names there for me, please. No, before. Cathay Hercules, they're coming out right now with some form of fear. Each and every single one of them. You all clapping and applauding for them gives them inspiration and strengthens them right now. Gives them confidence. So we need you all to give them extra boost, because right now, it's not just butterflies, there's cobos in the belly. All right? Nice. So let me go. We're going on to the next one now. Our next model, Mayana Innes, a vivacious theater arts educator and cosmetology entrepreneur. Mayana stands in an unwavering beacon of resilience since a life-altering accident in 2018. Today, she serves as an assistant secretary for Disabled Peoples International, championing disability rights with contagious energy, as cultural director for Kaisoka Valencia, a Moko Jambi group, and a passionate advocate for youth. She's a true force shaping future leaders with creativity and joy.
And Mayana is representing deaf blindness. Individuals with deaf blindness navigate the world without relying on sight or hearing. They exhibit incredible resilience, developing alternative ways to communicate and understand their environment.
Coming up next, Kern Tyson. Kern Tyson has charted an illustrious 19-year career in broadcast journalism, focusing on sports for the past 16 years. Undeterred by his disability, he has taken his passion for cricket globally, covering pivotal tournaments from New Zealand in 2008 to England in 2009. As the dynamic CEO and founder of the internet radio station, Sports and the World, Tyson masterfully blends sports and gospel into a singular narrative, a testament to unyielding determination and achievement.
And Kuhn is representing specific learning disability. Individuals with SLD might struggle with understanding or using language, affecting reading, writing, or math skill. They often excel in other areas, demonstrating unique talents and problem-solving skills.
Coming up next, Sparkle Tyson. Sparkle Carabon Tyson is a woman of incredible faith and tenacity who became diabetic at the age of 16 and lost her sight at the age of 31. Despite her disabilities, Sparkle continues to triumph in the midst of adversity. Extremely focus-driven. She's an entrepreneur and the CEO of Sparkle's Christmas Delights.
And Sparkle is representing speech or language impairment. This includes challenges with articulation, language, voice, or fluency. Individuals with these impairments often show great determination in their communication and excel in non-verbal tasks.
Coming up next, St. Leo Henry. Emerging from a car accident that left him a quadriplegic, St. Leo Henry, at 34, embodies unyielding resilience. Faced with the inability to continue his work as a derrickman and welder, he pivoted towards academia, enhancing his knowledge in human resources, construction technology, small business management, and web design. Amidst his dedication to volunteer work and family, Leo's love for nature, reading, and motivational speaking mirrors his desire to inspire others, fueling his ambition to become a counselor one day.
And Leo is representing autism, a neurodevelopment disorder characterized by challenges with social interactions and communications. Alongside repetitive behaviors and narrow interests, individuals with autism bring unique perspective, often demonstrating remarkable focus and creativity.
Coming up next, Michelangelo Short. At 26, Michelangelo Short is not just a name, but a story of resilience and determination. A deaf education graduate from Cascade School, he combed his barbering skills with his prowess in sign language to help others communicate effectively. Further honing his athletic abilities at the National Center for Persons with Disabilities, he embraced his basketball and woodwork. While his 3-year commitment to Boucher culminated in a gold medal at the 2023 Special Olympics. In every endeavor, Michael's discipline and love for bringing smiles to faces shine through, making him a beacon of hope and positivity.
And Michael is representing traumatic brain injury. Individuals with TBI caused by an external force often face physical and emotional challenges. Their recovery journeys are a testament to human resilience and the brain's remarkable plasticity.
Coming up next, Alicia Khan. Alicia Khan, a formidable Boucher player for over a decade, is a testament to dedication and resilience. A graduate from the National Center of Persons with Disabilities in food preparation, she transformed herself into an unparalleled Boucher athlete, dominating local competitions. Alicia's prowess on the world stage is unrivaled, with a stellar medal haul, 3 gold medals from the 2015 World Games in Los Angeles, 3 silver from the 2019 World Games in Abu Dhabi, and another gold medal from the 2022 US Games in Florida. Despite her hearing impairment, Alicia's determination fuels her active involvement in Special Olympics, Trinidad and Tobago, her role as an athlete leader, inspiring everyone she encounters.
And Alicia is representing other health impairments. This encompasses chronic conditions like asthma, heart condition, or diabetes that affect educational performances. People with OHI show resilience in managing their health while pursuing their goals.
Coming up next, Amelia Eiffel. with a flourishing career as a full-time model at HIST Modeling Agency. She effortlessly embodies brands like Prestige Holding, BioBalance Facial Care, and Coca-Cola, to name a few. Not just a pretty face, she's also a diligent student, pursuing her ABMA in Business Studies at CETAL. Furthermore, she shines as a brand ambassador for Jaden Laurel Designs. And here, ladies and gentlemen, Amelia Eiffel.
Amelia is representing orthopedic impairment. This category includes impairments related to skeletal, muscular, or neuromuscular systems. Those with orthopedic impairments often display determination, perseverance, and inventiveness in modifying their environment.
And our designer bio. From the vibrant twin island of Trinidad and Tobago, we bring to you
Nicole Rhonda Roach. Nicole's fascination with design was sparked at the tender age of 8, where she hand-stitched clothes for her dolls. Her notebook soon filled with unique sketches, a testament to her refusal to settle for commonplace fashion. Channeling this originality into her brand and original firm Rohini, she transformed how people perceive themselves, crafting designs that perfectly complement individual body types. In every stitch and silhouette, Nicole's passion for enhancing personal confidence shines, making her more than a designer, she's a fashion influencer.
And Wendell Jaden Laurel Henry, the creative force behind Jaden Laurel Designs Limited, is a testament to unyielding passion and daring resilience. His lifelong love for art found expression in forbidden touches on a sibling's sewing machine, paving the way to his now flourishing career in fashion. Launching his business in throes of the 2020 pandemic, Wendell's unerring dedication and masterful designs have garnered a growing clientele and critical acclaim. Most recently on the Red Runway Fashion Show. More than a designer, Wendell embodies straightforwardness, humor, and kindness, inspiring everyone he encounters with his compelling journey and unmatched creativity. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for all the models and the designers. And I hand you all over to your Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Valley.
Wow, keep the applause coming. Fantastic, fantastic job, guys. Well narrated by Mrs. Rena Narayan Sinanan, and of course, aptly helped by Desi Simon. Please put your hands together for your designers and your models. I seen a dancing. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a dance happening at the stage here. These models, oh gosh. She's found a way to get him off stage. She said, follow me, and he gone. We've had a wonderful evening. And now we have some tokens that we'd like to present. And to do this, we want to call on Mr. Dylan McKenzie once more. And we want to do a presentation to the J.C. McDonald Home for the Aged. And coming to receive this, we want to call on Miss Gafour. Miss Gafour from J.C. McDonald Home for the Aged. Please put your hands together for her as she comes. Now, this is just a tangible demonstration of one of the things that came out from this poor man's dinner. And coming to help with that presentation is the president of the Naparima College Association of Past Students, Mr. Joel Simmons. And though he may be confused as a former model himself, this is the president of the Past Students Association, Mr. Joel Simmons. I invite you to center stage as we make this presentation.
Hi, so on behalf of the committee and everyone who is a part of this event, we wanted to give this as a token of our appreciation to the home through Mr. Mackenzie, as a small token of just giving and what it means to ensure that everyone has a chance to really live their life to the fullest. So through Dr. Mackenzie and his son here, on behalf of the entire committee, we would just like to present you with this token for the home. Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone. Well, I am the nurse at the J.C. McDonald Home. I also was surprised because I also know Brian as well, because I used to work at Petrotrin in 2010, so he was a regular patient of mine, also a very good friend, and I'd like to extend my condolences to the family on his passing. I know he's a ray of hope, and through all his challenges that he faced in his life, he was, he is an angel. He is definitely an angel. And I would really, really miss him. So God bless everyone for coming out tonight. And thank you very much for this special gift. It means a lot to the home. It will go a long way. Thank you very much. Bye.
I'd like Mr. Dillon to stay. Well, we have two other tokens to give out. One to Miss Shelley Hunt. Would Shelley please join us on stage? Shelley Hunt, here she's coming in resplendent red. And Shelley Hunt gave human service to this entire evening. And we'd like to give a token of appreciation to her. And are we waiting for the Amazon delivery guy to just touch down with that token of appreciation? And here we have Mr. Richard Small, given to Miss Shelley Hunt. Oh, they wanted to go more center. Now, the other recipient of this token of appreciation is someone who wouldn't. Mr. Small, will you please stay on stage? This is instructions from Mirror of Inclusive Hope, who asks that you, Mr. Small, be a recipient of a token of appreciation. This man has done so much work behind the scenes. He doesn't like the shine, but I believe we give honor to whom honor is due. Mr. Richard Small, we thank you. This would not have happened without your input. Listen, in everything, he was involved in the minutiae, even in cutting up ingredients. And he wouldn't like it to be said, but it has to be said, because this would not have come to fruition without your work. We appreciate you. We love you, Mr. Richard Small. Please put your hands together for him. Great. Thank you, gentlemen.
I donated to one of the models.
He wants, see, such as the man, he wants to donate it to a model. Of course you can, but yeah, great. Thank you once more. Well, on the program here, yes. Please put your hands together once more for them. Fantastic. What's that?
The last one is for the family.
All right. So we want to have one more token of appreciation. Just want a representative of the Peters family, if you could join us on stage. Hey. Please put your hands together for this tall, handsome, dashing young man. I have the strange suspicion that he's named after a Brazilian footballer. Is the son of Mr. Peters. All right, so as I said, we give honor to whom honor is due. We're going to call Richard once more to the stage, and I'd allow Joel to make this presentation.
Let's go center stage. Let's go center stage. So many of you all may not know, but Mr. Richard Small is one of the architects of what you see here tonight. Through his vision, through his passion, through his friendship with Brian, and what he wanted to accomplish, regardless of what people may have said, some of the negativities that came our way, Richard was steadfast and strong in terms of what he wanted to accomplish. And almost everything you see here, it's because of Richard and what he really wanted to do. He is a son of the soil. He has become a dear friend of mine, and it would be remiss of me not to stand in front of all of you who came here to support, to show the greatest of thanks, humblest of thanks, to Richard for all that he has done. So on behalf of the team, on behalf of the committee, and by extension on behalf of the association, I'd just like to present you with a small token of our appreciation for all that you have done. It is in nowhere near close to describe what you have done, but I hope you really appreciate it. It's a surprise. I know this wasn't part of the program, but this is the only way I know I could have gotten you on stage. So thank you very much, Richard. Thank you.
There were two other people who helped on this journey to get to this point. Well, three other people, actually. I'm not going to cry this time around. Okay, there are three other people that helped to get to this point. One was Brian Peters himself, God rest his soul. When I heard the news, my immediate words were, "An angel got his wings." Okay, and so I would like to recognize him, okay, that to share in this, whatever it is. Okay, and there are two other people, as I mentioned. Okay, one will be Kirk Diaz. Kirk stays in the background. Kirk hides. Kirk stand up, Kirk. Okay, Kirk normally lives overseas, by the way. All right, and Kirk came in because of the circumstances that happened with Brian. And the second who's also hiding, where is he? Dunstan Williams. Dunstan? All right, don't let people see you. Okay, no? All right, so this would not have happened without the support that those guys, well, we gave each other. Each of us gave, or 4 of us gave each other, okay, to get to this point. And I would like to thank every one of you here. It seemed like we did something good, okay, because the show ran, people didn't leave early, everybody stuck in their seats, okay, whatever time it is. And hopefully, as is our intent, with Brian not being here, this becomes an annual event. All the proceeds go to charity. All the proceeds go to help people in need. And as I said when I was giving my speech, what it is about helping others. Thank you very much.
Well, on the program, there is entertainment from Ansel Valley, but he's not here today. But as the MC, I think I'd wear that hat. Here's what we're going to do. What we heard about Brian, everybody who came said something, and the things that they said had a particular vein in them. And the thread that ran through everybody's sentiments was that he was an angel. He was a source of light. And everybody seemed to be in love with Brian Peters. And so here's what I want to do. I'd like you to take your cell phones out and put the flashlight on, and we're going to sing this song together for Brian Peters, someone who if you met, you simply couldn't help but fall in love with. So once your phone's out, everybody, we want to make a beautiful moment. And let's go, Mr. Sai. Lights up. Good. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help sing, falling in love with you. Shall I say, would it be a sin? For I can't help sing, falling in love with you. And like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, shall we go? Some things are meant to be. Ladies, if you know it, sing along. Let's go. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help sing, falling in love with you. And like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, shall we go? Some things are meant to be. Sing! Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help sing with you. And Brian, we will always love you. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful moment. Thank you for being a part. Coming to bring the vote of thanks, we'd like to call once more the president of the Naparima College Association of Past Students, Mr. Joel Simmons.
Good night once again, everyone. Such a fantastic evening. It's really heartfelt and touching. Put your hands together once more for everyone who participated in this evening's proceedings. So the onus is upon me to give a vote of thanks this afternoon. So for me, first and foremost, I'd like to thank Almighty God for the ability for all of us to be here and to share and partake. I'd also like to thank you as our patrons, giving of yourself, giving to the idea of a poor man's dinner. Many people didn't understand what a poor man's dinner was, okay? We are accustomed with paying a lot of money and having a 5-course meal and champagne popping, and you know. However, the rationale behind it was, yes, we come to fellowship, we come to interact, network. However, we spend less on the food so that more can be given to where it is needed. And that is, in essence, what this night is about. And I have to say that almost everything that you see here has been donated or sponsored by many persons, many companies who agreed with the vision in terms of what we wanted to do. So firstly, I'd like to thank Inclusive Hope, a company that really wants to give back to young people, to disadvantaged persons, and who assisted with getting our models to come out tonight. And that was a part of what we wanted to do. We wanted to show that everyone is included. Everyone can be a part of society. We shouldn't look down on anyone. Everyone has the confidence to be something in life. And I was very touched by our models today and everyone that participated in the fashion show. So I think we can give them a round of applause. We had a lot of sponsors as well who gave in cash and in kind, so I'd just like to bring them to awareness. Gopal's Hardware, TOSL as well. Those two companies really, without hesitation, when we went to them, they understood and they gave of themselves. We have our decor person, Mitzvah, who beautified our beautiful auditorium. I think is very lovely in terms of what they did. We also have Imperial Events, led by Mr. Marlon Jeffers and his team, who helped to coordinate everything this evening. Much thanks to you, Marlon, and your team. There's also Answer Bank, Isaac 98.1, who allowed us to market and advertise on this poor man's dinner. We also have our caterer, superb caterers, who provided us this lovely soup this evening. We have a transport sponsor through Travi Transport. I'd like to give them a lot of thanks as well too. Now, even though Superb did our catering, I must give thanks to True Value Supermarkets because they provided free of charge all the ingredients, every single ingredient for the soup so that Superb can make such a fantastic meal. I'd also like to thank SM Jalil and Blue Waters for donating the water, the juice, the soft drinks, everything that we have to refresh us from both SM Jalil and Blue Waters. I'd like to thank KISS for our dinner rolls this evening. Ticket Gateway for sponsoring the tickets that you have. Also the National Gas Company, NGC, as well as KFC for providing some vouchers, which we'll be giving out to some of our models this evening. I don't want to take up too much time, but I really want to ensure that I thank everyone. There's the Naparima College class of 1983, Mr. Gregory Lang, Anthony Matura, Anthony Chinapu, Dr. Lau Sa, Joseph Mendez, Shastri Maharaj, Flow Measurement Specialties, Sterling Kimkaman, and the Gopal family, and also the Naparima Alumni Association of Canada. All these persons willingly gave of themselves and gave donations to ensure that this event would be possible so that we can give a donation to the needy persons that we have highlighted as well too. And for myself, on behalf of the Naparima College Association of Past Students here in Trinidad, we are humbled by this, and we take encouragement that our motto is putting students first. We have to ensure that the next generation has an equal playing field when they leave college and enter the working environment. However, the purpose of this is to understand that there are persons among us who may be going through hard times, who everything is hills and valleys. They may be in a valley right now. And it is us who have the resources, who have the networks. We can help a brother, help a sister, and ensure that we are always there for them and that they're never, ever forgotten. So I hope to see you all here next year. I want to fill the entire auditorium. I want to fill all the chairs. I want people knocking, trying to get in. But I'll give you all first preference next year, right? So thank you once again for being a part of our proceedings tonight. And I hope after the formal part, we can interact and network and chat some more. All right, thank you very much.
Sorry, one last thing. Mr. Small and the organizers wanted me to leave before we left. They wanted everybody to be in a good mood and to have won something. So there's a little bit of a surprise. If you check beneath your chairs, look beneath your chairs. Right, good. You wouldn't find anything, but that'll be a surprise, and we'll be leaving with a smile on your face. See you at NAP's Sportman's Dinner 2024. It was a pleasure. Put your hands together. Tell somebody next year, you're still looking good. See you next year. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you.